of the NFL's always been about who you play for and where you land. Keep your eye on Najee Harris and Davante Adams, and not just because they play for the Chargers and the Rams. So think about this. Both come from defensive cultures, defensive head coaches, and dysfunctional offenses. The Steelers had the 27th ranked offensive line. PFF has the Chargers, where Najee Harris is at, as the 10th best offensive line. Joe Alt, second year. Rashawn Slater, top 5 left tackle. Jim Harbaugh, the head coach. Watch these two guys pop. And I'm not talking Saquon Barkley pop, but last year, Najee Harris was 14th in the league in rushing. If he plays, again, the eye injury, 4th of July fireworks mishap, he's going to be top 10. And think about Davante. I mean, and again, this was a...
Well, and I want to talk about Najee Harris and the Chargers before we, I'll make a separate video with regards to Davante and the Rams. But I am so excited at the prospect of the Chargers having such a brutal and imposing run game. Do you guys know how much that's going to open things up for Justin Herbert? I mean, it's one thing to rely on your quarterback to throw a lot and to do a lot of the work. When you actually give him some good, great weapons around him, or give him a good enough O-line, and you can do a lot of screen game and behind the line of scrimmage type passes, right? Like, which are they end up being part of the run game, an extension of the run game. But when you're just kind of relying on your quarterback to kind of just let it rip game after game after game, but you're not really giving him the pieces, you're not really giving him much to work with, an inconsistent defense, like it's just not going to be a recipe for a lot of success. And but now you give a quarterback a really good O-line, a really great defense, and potentially a really physical, dynamic, relentless run game. And you pair that with, you don't even need great weapons now, because you're going to ask your quarterback to be so much more surgical and so much more, less risk-taking. And so you're going to be able to rely on so much more of these high percentage passing style offense, not to mention when the running game really kind of gets leaned on heavily, it'll then, of course, open up the field and putting the ball in Justin Herbert's hands in that regard, it'll just be, easy money. And when you have a great defense, like it's pretty interesting, because great run games really pair so much better with great defenses, because you really then allow your defense to dictate how your offense will be run. Because if your defense is playing good, if you're forcing a lot of 3 and outs, if you're not giving up a lot of points, forcing field goals and whatnot, you're allowed to then lean on your run game so much more, which then allows you to just really lean on that defense and the run defense and their defensive line. You get to just really lean on them and lean on them and lean on them, and then that's how eventually it just kind of can break open. They get exhausted. The second half, things can really kind of break open. In a lot of ways, we saw this with the Philadelphia Eagles. It was like, just keep leaning. Second half comes around and things break. And I forget the guy's name right now, but he was an offensive lineman. He talked about how, like, you can just feel it. He goes, one of the most rewarding things about being an offensive lineman was just like taking the life out of the defensive line, just seeing their feeling of like, we have a chance here, and just watching it just go away. And I feel as though it's not like I think that necessarily the Chargers O-line is going to be like so dominant or so imposing in their own right, but I'm fascinated to see, because right now it does feel like we're so much closer to Harbaugh's vision as to how to build a championship winning team, football team, an NFL team. And last year, you kind of had the bones of it to a degree. This year, you got the muscles now. You got the muscles, you got the blood, you got the ligaments. Like, you might not have the skin, you might not have it all quite yet, but like, you're definitely getting there. You definitely took a gigantic step forward. And I've always been a huge fan of a 1-2 punch from a running back game. I don't understand why it's not used more reliably, more regularly. Because just it's exhausting to be a running back. I mean, I think that much is pretty obvious. And if you can find yourself having a 1-2 punch with that and really splitting some reps, keeping everyone healthy, just even also just having the depth there where if someone gets banged up, which the Chargers learned last season, like nothing has to change too much. And the fresher, the better. And I think it also then kind of opens up the door for some kind of interesting offensive schemes and offensive plays and whatnot, which is, of course, what we see a ton with what we did see a ton with the Detroit Lions with Ben Johnson and that offense. And so I'm excited because I think they got a beast who they drafted. And I also agree with Colin with Najee Harris. Like the amount of success that he had with the Pittsburgh Steelers year after year after year with clearly a defensive culture, absolutely positively zero consistency or high quality quarterback play, right? Like, I mean, like, there just was not a lot going on there. And you have him consistently getting 1,000+ rushing yards. That does mean something to me. That does mean something to me. And again, man, just like, stop messing around with off the field stuff, okay? Protect your eyes. If you're an NFL athlete, if you have so much at stake, man, you should just be going out in a bubble. You should be wearing your helmet and glasses covering your face. I mean, like, just you should be riding in a tank. Like, just protect yourself, man. Like that. I think everything will be fine, but it just, like, when I saw that, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, are you serious right now? And the door is open. Rashee Rice will most definitely be suspended for the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, like, the door is open for the Chargers. The door is open for the Chargers. And I feel like we are going to get definitely. We are going to get Harbaugh's the closest to Harbaugh's true vision for what he wants from an NFL team for the first time in his NFL career. More so than what he had when he led the 49ers to the Super Bowl. Because quite frankly, the quarterback that he had, Cap, that was not, I don't believe that was really his style of what he wanted. And when you saw Harbaugh's reaction to Herbert, that one like press conference that he had where he was just like, this guy is just unbelievable. Like, that was like that to me, the way how that landed for me was, I've been coaching for a long time. I've coached college. I've coached the NFL. I mean, like, I've had a lot of quarterbacks. I've watched a lot of quarterbacks. Every quarterback that I've coached, I've also watched the quarterback from the opposing team as well. It's like, I've seen a lot of players over my life. And Justin Herbert is special. Like, it was just like a genuine, like, oh my gosh. Like, this is what life could be like when you have a quarterback this good. Like, it is. It's like being in a bad relationship and you finally get into a good relationship and you're like, oh my gosh, this is what it's like. This is what it's like to date someone who, like, actually likes me back, who actually, like, actually, like, considers me and my feelings and life and love. Like, this is what this actually feels like. Like, I don't have to just take care of you 24/7. Like, you pick up the slack. Like, to me, that's what it landed like. It was like, oh my gosh, my whole life I've spent my life in a bad dysfunctional relationship. I finally met someone healthy. I didn't know life could be like this. That's what it landed to me for. And I just feel as though now that you're getting closer to actually building the team and building the vision of Harbaugh, I just fail to see where there won't be success. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Los Angeles Chargers and kind of what this offense will be able to bring and kind of the next step the Chargers will be able to do with this Harbaugh-Herbert coach quarterback duo? And is Puka excited for the Rams offense with Devontae? It's kind of funny to have that as a title in the background when he opened up with Najee Harris and the Chargers. But let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.